Welcome back to NASCAR Full Pack Racing for this time. And the last time's video, we have been arrested by angry some kind of a little bit things or something, like a Spanish Mexican shenanigans for just trying to get all the pursuit because I was so reckless because my internet connection does not running so well as not pretty even possible, and because some other loud cars are just blasting all the way down here. And this is absolutely taking for a literally long time as well. Now let's get to be taking into teleportation into the current tracks. Let's get around here, and it's time to return back into Sonoma Raceway. Is it gonna be almost hard for you? And you kids, this is not absolutely taking for a little bit. And this previous video not belong to NASCAR lap times, because that I know that these guys are just pretty angry as something like else. I'm just gonna be getting inside of Sonoma Raceway, which is gonna be getting inside to Infineon Raceway as well. Now let's see, we have any players left. We have gone all the way, so it looks like it's time to using for all the way down into the number 4 traffic racer, the number 7, which is absolutely some kind of a little bit one things as well. Let's use the Denny Hamlin as well. Denny Hamlin style, we're going to be taking all the way down into its front. So the number 22 is absolutely pretty quite quick, and looks like we're going to be giving ourselves a go, and no fuel support will be absolutely taking going on to 150 studs per second. Now any player on this game will be absolutely trying to pursue you in Sonoma Raceway. Let's get to be redo onto this video, and because this is absolutely however we'll be taking on for a first lap, and because if I just gonna be retry, we'll be taking on one advantage for this cell. It wasn't gonna be taking for absolute one thing. We're gonna be taking on a little bit of fastest lap around this track because of these white penalties or one something. If this is absolutely gonna be taking for a little bit necessary, we're going to be taking for a long terms of track instead of short ones, as it's going to be may do. All you have to do, we're going to be taking a little bit much slower. It will be absolutely to take around for this one, and look how this is won't be able to get did. And because of this moment for its one strategy, we'll be taking all the way to 145 studs per second, which is absolutely slow. Terribly slow as well. So looks like the current speed is 144. Looks like the lap times is about to start, and we're going to be taking all the way up here, and it's some kind of just a little bit of loud NASCARs all the way down here. If this is absolutely what is necessary to be, it's not going to be taking all the way up here and down here. Now we're going to be completely going to go all the way down here and prevent them from getting my distractions all the way into terrible mention. Now let's see if this is absolutely quite a bit necessary to go all the way down. It's quite not sure that I might just touching all the way in the below like these things. Am I going to give myself a penalty? Overall, that I just step out of the track and give me some penalty for this time. So it looks like we could have able to make something a little bit easy. This is going to be a little bit easy for just something, and because that is recommended for NASCAR race time for lap time beginners as well, we just probably going to be taking all the way down into this final turn, miss the apex for a very much, and that is the terrible lap. We're going to be taking on for a second mention as well. The lap times has been counted, and looks like we're going to be taking all the way up here to its first. And before we're making to this straight, I might going to be let go of the throttle, and not so much as well. We'll be taking a little bit low as possible, and before this is absolutely a little bit easy for driving's masters. Now let's going to be slow down over here, and we'll be taking down into the some kind of a little bit of turn, and whoa! We just absolutely did for a 12 seconds of penalty to 21 seconds of penalty. That is even more worse. I thought I guess me never going to be able to say like this one. So that was not going to be doing for his good ideas. I forgot to brake. I forgot to brake for just a little bit for one time. It's not just a little bit. It's even more harder than I expected. It sounds like not easy because that prevented from even huge lies around here. So because of this final straight, we'll be absolutely taking all the way around and not feeling a little bit good about this. So this is absolutely to take all the way around and finish to this other kinds of lap times as well. Taking for over 2 minutes is not for acquire a mention for just a little bit. So if this is absolutely quite a bit a huge terrible mention out here, and we're going to be taking all the way up here to get down until there's another one, and looks like we're just going to be taking a very necessary lap times as well. And it sounds like pretty bad that I just doing for a little bit of lap times as well, and I made another major mistake. This is where it gets to be worse, but looks like we're just absolutely over it all. And because I'm very bad at lap times in Sonoma Raceway, by using some other kinds of chassis, we're just never able to get did. So it looks like we just need for a clean lap and all the way for a purpose of this one thing. So if the lap time has been complete, when just gone outside and not trying to do like this before, if this is absolutely what happened and it's gonna be going to get a little bit worse, now I'm just using for the brakes and overshot to, oh my gosh, that was making into the accident. And see, our first result is a failure, which is absolutely taking a little bit one, but that is how the worst thing just goes. Oh my gosh, that was very bad as indeed. So it looks like we just absolutely made things a little bit worse. But the bad thing is, the last time that I've seen for this for an invalid lap times is 3 invalid lap times is 1 minute and 19 and 1 minute and 23 seconds. That was completely gone wildly terrible. Now it's just gonna be find something a little bit for just not pretty sure. That was even more terrible as it was, is absolutely gonna be taking all over to number 77. I can't believe it. That was even pretty bad as well, and feeling very stressful as not even possible. So we're not doing for this a little bit of revenge. We're gonna be trying to do something a little bit for pretty good as well, because I'm not very good as a little bit possible as well, using the number 00 as the Dunkin' Donuts as well. So this is not gonna be taking for a land of sweets. We'll be trying Ayrton Senna. Once I turn the volume and set into 4, let's gonna be driving with this, shall we? And we'll take up against for one chance. If I don't have any chances left, that I just absolutely forget about something a little bit. It was quietly very necessary, and it was very active for just a little bit. It was very effective. It was gonna be taking for a little bit of much and making things a little bit for more stressful things about the signs. If this is a little bit for a very bad sign for me, I think that was absolutely, oh my gosh, that was pretty bad. And this Sonoma Raceway is absolutely turns into impossible. Now let's try for the road course itself, and which is absolutely going to be counting for some lap times. It's not very possible. So let's see what we're going to be doing for a little bit for against first. Now having for a little bit for this one, but pretty not good as well. By using the Ayrton Senna vehicle, it's going to be using for a little bit slow, and I'm not pretty sure. Am I going to be getting crashed? We're safe to go. But looks like I just absolutely slightly forget about the final corners into this long and for a hard hairpin. So this is absolutely very impossible, and looks like this has got to be a little bit worse. Overall, it's not taking for just only a little bit. It's making to this very far situation, because that was absolutely pretty bad over here. And I'm not pretty sure this is not going to be taking for a little bit of good times. I think this is absolutely made for a safe cornerations for just as well. So it looks like we're going to be taking a little bit slow In terms of speeding, I'm just taking for a little bit of perfectly and taking for a proper race and getting me all the way in down into its front. And looks like we're going to be taking the long one. After the long one, we're going to be taking on the GP one as well. This is absolutely going to be taking for more and more things. It won't be absolutely taking for just a little bit fine. I'm not going to be forgetting about the final corner that I'm not going to throttle up into this wall for just a little bit one. I can't believe it. This is not absolutely pretty good. Ed was slapping horrible into this final lap. I keep on forgetting about this because I so swear if I just made things a little bit slower, then I have to use the vehicle that the one with a chassis, which is pretty copyright, and it was absolutely make things a little bit terrible. Now we're going to be taking for a little bit up straight. Let's take the Grand Prix, and it won't be absolutely going to be taking for a more like these things as well. If this is absolutely making for more like these things, I just absolutely keep on failing in Sonoma Motor Speedway in the finish and Raceway as well. So it looks like we're going to be taking a little bit slow. Perfect, another one. So all the way for this a little bit good and taking it a little bit up straight. Now we're going to be taking a little bit short. Now there is a chicane over here, so I'm just going to be let go of the throttle and start braking. So it looks like we're just absolutely taking a little bit slow and make things a little bit more straight. But whatever that we're going to be trying to do is not going to be telling why. It won't be going to be necessary to do like this. Before, this is not absolutely taking a little bit for once again. I think we just absolutely made a safer way. I think we're perfect. We're perfect like this. If this is absolutely taking for going all the way into for a perfectly lap. So let's try the classic way. We're in lap number 7, which is absolutely taking for all the way for 4 laps again for this one. If this is what absolutely that what happened for this yesterday. If this isn't for just only one thing, I'm not pretty sure this is not going to be taking for a more couple of laps and more like these things and come into the classic way. If this is what absolutely whatever it is, if this is not going to be taking a little bit good, we have wall hits and we cannot able to take a classic one. Now it should be able to pull around for here longer. So it looks like we're going to be taking around the classic lap times as well. We'll be taking around for this short even more faster than they were. If this is absolutely trying to going onto their sides as well, even not my watch, that we're going to be taking all over to down to here, and we're not going to be heading back into the pits. And once the final results is on, we'll be taking on slow down. I hope this is absolutely going to be taking a little bit perfect. Now looks like we're slightly outside on the board, so I'm not pretty good about this in Sonoma Raceway because it requires for a chassis to finish amount of laps, and we have done it. We're inside of lap number 8, and looks like we're going to be seeing the final results. The most fastest lap times is 1 minute and 18.916. The Grand Prix version is 1 minute and 23.679, and the longer version must be for 1 minute and 19.063. So looks like if this is someone other kinds of these variants will be something like else, that should be able to get around here that we will send back into the pits and delete this vehicle for sure. And that was absolutely pretty not good at all. So we're going to be end of this video, and we're going to be returned into the menu as well. So if you enjoy about for this video about the lap times, make sure you leave a like and subscribe and click the bell. That was absolutely it. And it was got to be something a little bit stressful. But no Spanish guys return back into the circuit or some kind of this huge raceway. And a little bit for this one, I just gotta be turning off the chat filter and some other players as well. So thanks for watching. That I'm gonna be see you into our next video, and that is all for today that I'm gonna be doing for a little bit one, as the Indianapolis will be coming against very soon. Until later, this is Turbo Concept signing off, and I'll talk to you guys all later for the literally cookies over and out.